Hi, everyone. Welcome to Clutch Entertainment today. And today we're going to be talking about how to promote ideas or tips like to others in general. I'm going to talk about two aspects. I'm going to talk about the one side where you're talking about a business and you're marketing things. And the other side, I'm going to talk about like everyday life, like how you want to share something with someone and you want to get somebody to do something. Not necessarily force them, like I'm saying. I'm talking about more so of like, you think this is really cool and you think this is really good for them and you really think that it can help them with something. So I'll give you a little bit of my background as far as this because this is something that like not everybody knows about. So I went to a college, Lindenwood University, and I basically took some like marketing classes and PR classes, and I've had some experience with this with my past jobs and such, and promoting like websites, social media, and also like within clubs. Like when I was at college, like I would promote like a certain club. Like I worked at like I was at the Newman Center, and I would help promote events and stuff like that. So I've had quite a bit of experience, like for personal things and for job experiences also. And I'm really passionate about having good marketing materials and promoting certain things, and you got to have good source material too. So I'll get into some of these things, and I just wanted to give you a little bit of a background, like I said. So the first thing we're going into is like, for example, like for jobs, for businesses, for marketing, for like local clubs or something like that. So if you're trying to promote something like this, you want to, use your imagination. You want to branch out. You want to think of ideas that, not necessarily are always offensive to someone in a business setting, but you want to think of ideas that, something somebody can piggyback on and just, go with. You know, um, Controversial things in a business setting is probably pretty hard to work with. So like I said, you just want to go with something that you know everyone's going to agree on for the most part, and everyone's going to work on. Um, and then like also you want to build that image of what you're trying to promote. So you want to have good images, you want to have good graphics, you want to have good videos of your content that you're like trying to promote, and you also want to have good like actors, actresses if you're doing a commercial or something, or if you're trying to promote, you also want to have good statistics. Why this is good, what what's the positives, what's the negatives, what's the overall message of this certain thing you're trying to promote. Also, you want to have good testimonials from people. You want to have people that have used the product if you're trying to promote a product, or you want to give your own self experience if you've experienced something with the product, or if you have like a graphic or something you want to share, or a video, you know, that you worked on. You want to just give good content overall, like I was saying. And you want to have, and having all these things, you're going to have good graphics and such. And in having all these things, you're going to have a successful business pitch and market. So you want to get the right tools, you want to get the right people, you want to get the right ideas, and you all want to put them all into one. So, for example, say like you're working a marketing job, and this your manager wants you to promote um, a new shampoo for like you're working for a marketing company, and you're supposed to promote a new shampoo. So basically, you want to give all the people who've tried it, that's your testimonials. You want to put good images. You want to put like a appealing looking image or graphic of it. You want to make sure there's no like blemishes and such. That's where you work with a graphic designer or yourself if you can edit it. And then you want to do some like a video, like a commercial. You'd want to like show example like what is this, like what does it do, and like something, maybe some fun or exciting, or it doesn't have to be something serious in a commercial either. And then also you want to put basically like I would try to promote it as what is in it and what's it going to do for me in the overall scheme of things. So you want to inform people and be honest with them. You don't want to be deceitful when you do marketing. You don't want to tell people one thing and it doesn't do it, or it doesn't work a certain way. So you want to be as accurate as possible, because you want people to give you good word of mouth. You want people to say, hey Charles, like this guy used this shampoo and it's working great for me. You want to promote it because you want other people to promote it for you. So having good marketing materials and getting people to get your product or get your pitch, like to your boss, like say you're trying to give a pitch on a plan for the next year, and like say it's budgeting, for example, or say it's like a giant banner you want to put on a billboard or something. You want it all to be good quality. You want it to have a good image overall, and you want it to have a good testimonial where other people like it also. As my brother says sometimes, quality over quantity. So you want to have something really good quality instead of something that's a whole bunch of stuff that's crap. So overall, like I would say, as far in a professional setting, you want to have all these things and put them all together, and then it'll help you with your overall image. Now I'm going to talk about tips for everyday life. So, they could be some things like you want to show someone, like say it could be workouts, could be clubs, it could be sports, it could be movies, music, games, electronics, how to do a certain thing, could be even like podcasts, like why you should podcast, why you should read, why you should work out, why you should, there's so many different things that we want to promote in our lives with our friends and family. And it really gives us that opportunity to share these things and to help people live better lives. And as far as for me, like with my YouTube channel here, I'm obviously, talking about a bunch of different things, and I'm trying to promote it and trying to help others overall with it. So I want to give this message to people, like I want to give what my content is, and I try to talk about, things that can help people, and I talk about the positives and negatives, what could be hard, what can be a struggle, and what some tips and tricks for things. And that's a good example of like how you can gauge it. I would say, like, as far as like tips for everyday life, I would say, if you're trying to promote it to somebody, you want to talk about, self-improvement. Like how'd you do that self-improvement for yourself, or how'd you experience it yourself? You want to talk about like the positives, the negatives, like what was hard for you. So the main thing that people like is when you've experienced it yourself and you tell them, oh, that's a great thing, and then they can go through the same thing as you. But if you, share some with somebody, say, oh, I think you should do this, and you haven't experienced it yourself, it may or may not work for them, and they may be more hesitant to do it. It's because like people like to see when someone goes through it first, than instead of, them going through it first. So for example, like if you're in a family setting and you're the oldest and you have younger brothers or sisters, and they see you do a certain thing and they see it works for you, they're like, you know what, like that worked for him, like I'm gonna do it too, and then they end up doing it, and the next one follows. Because a lot of people in life are followers, and that's another thing. Like when you're doing a certain thing and you're promoting an idea or a tip or something, or some kind of special thing that you want someone else to do, and because you think it's good for them, people want to see if it works first. People like that concrete proof. It's very risky if you try something and it doesn't work out. It's compared to seeing it work out for person A, and person B is going to be like, I can do that because he did it. So you're more likely to do something if you've seen someone else do it. From my own experience, like watching other people's podcasts and such, I looked at them, and like since podcasts became big and such like that on like YouTube, Apple Podcasts, all that stuff, like I literally looked at them and I was like, you know what, like I can do that. I have the experience. I can do this. It shouldn't be too bad. Talking for 15 minutes, like that's basically my goal. Each podcast is 15 minutes. Setting these goals and expectations, that's what gives me a good gauge. If somebody watches me, they can think, wow, look at this average Joe. He can do it. I can do it too. And hopefully, they get some content out of me, and they're like, oh, I can do it also. So you want to work with the person that you're trying to work with, or the group, and you want to show how it works for you. I would say self-experience is the biggest thing with any kind of promotion. Whether it be in business, whether it be in everyday life. a lot of things for me too. Like when I want someone to, try something or do something, I especially do it myself first. For example, like when I was in college, like I was telling you, I did like Newman Center stuff and working in my Newman Center and promoting like events. So, for example, one of the events we went to was a blues game, and I was like, you know what, like I should get everyone to go to the blues game. And I talked about, oh, the environment there is great, the crowd is great, it's got high energy. There's a lot of people there that enjoy it. There's fights. Like I talked about all these different things that were good things and fun. And people are like, you know what? Like I think I'll try that out. I think I've been there before. Like some people are like, I've been there before, so I want to do it again. But giving that promotion of this is what's good about it and this is what's fun about it really gets you in a good spot where you're like, you know what? Like I think this is a great idea. Another thing that I would say, like, as far as like health and stuff, there's some things that like have kept me healthy the last few years, and I share those with other people. I'm like, for example, like vitamin D. I'm like, you should definitely take vitamin D because, it's good for your bones. It's good for your immune system. It's good for your overall health. Like it keeps you well, promotes that immunity and such. And I tell people, yeah, take it every day, like everyone's like vitamin D deficient, especially this time of year in the winter. People don't get as much sunlight, and that can affect, your mood on, or, what else that's bugging you. And that's just another example of like, promoting something that's good, promoting all that good food, good health, different workouts, there's so many things to promote. Like if you see something like a good movie you want to show and you're like, wow, like I really enjoyed that movie. I really got something out of it. Talk about the movie. Like give them a summary. Like it's about this guy who, walks into a bar and he learns his life lesson. Just give them exactly what it is. And if they see that experience, if someone sees that experience, they're like, I really want to see it too. Or they'll be like, that's not for me. But most of the time, like if you experience something, like I said, the majority of the time someone's going to do it more so. If someone picks up like a marketing material from a business though, they're going to be a little more hesitant to do something because they don't know anybody who's done it before. For example, if you're going to an air conditioning business and you want air conditioning and you're like, I really want to get a good air conditioner, and you don't know if somebody's had a good experience before and you just go there, you're going to be like, I need to see if there's other testimonials. I need to see if there's other proof that this is good, So you'd go to that environment and you'd look in like the internet or look at other people's testimonials first. You wouldn't just straight up buy an air conditioner because this business says, oh, it's the top of the line, And that's the trick, like I was talking about for, businesses. You want to like show those testimonials, like I was saying before. Showing those testimonials are one of the biggest powerful things you can do. Testimonials and self-experience are the top two things I would say that promote anything in your life. So overall, I went over some things. I talked about, things that would be good for work in a professional setting, or like with others. And then I talk about like, everyday life, like promoting any kind of certain thing for something. Like maybe it's a product, maybe it's some experience you had, maybe it's some retreat you've been on, maybe it's been to church or something, Promoting anything in general is the best way to, self-improve yourself and self-improve others, because, promoting something that's really good can really help someone and it can really touch somebody overall, and it can really get someone where they need to be. So thank you for watching Clutch Entertainment today. I really appreciate you watching my show. And if you have any other additional questions or anything, just leave them in the comment section below, and you can like and subscribe. And thank you for watching Clutch Entertainment, and have a great day. Thanks.